And hopefully, in all honesty, I hope that within a year from now, that there are sort of styles that sort of emulate the same thing. Because it's an enjoyable process to see sort of filmmaking and comic books combined to one. As we've seen, I mean, the way that films have sort of pushed the comic book and graphic novel envelope, to see them come together in one perfect medium would be a beautiful thing for all, I guess, artists that enjoy the process.
My name is Brielle, and I'm a creative director and artist over at Loaded Barrel Studios.
I'm Jordan Brielle, and I'm the writer at Loaded Barrel Studios. Essentially, we started off, we're a graphic novel production company, and as you can see, I mean, you want to take a look at the boards here, we're making what we call live action graphic novels, where we like to take a filmmaker's approach to the way graphic novels could be. And so we both come from filmmaking backgrounds. Our other co-owner, Alex Guys, is a photographer. And we like to shoot everything like a film, and then our artist Jared actually hand draws everything. And that's really the approach we want to take it, to really give comics that cinematic feel that, you know, it really had, you know, all these years as well.
Comic books in general, I mean, it's a cinematic medium. You know, it's like watching storyboards or reading storyboards. That's why so many comic books are being adapted to films, and more, it's happening. And sort of this was our way of saying, how can we sort of do it backwards? How can we take a film sort of thing and adapt it to comic books and go backwards? Sort of the way that Bryan Singer took the X-Men and made it real. You know, they went from yellow spandex to black leather and things like that, and brought it into the real world. We said, what if we had this crazy comic book kind of idea and sort of started in that real world and brought it down to comic books? You know, that it can sort of live in both worlds and sort of have that realistic feel. Brielle in the Horror centers around 16-year-old Brielle Hicks. 5 years ago, she was the only witness to her father's brutal murder. And now, as she's getting a little bit older, she starts having all these recurring visions and nightmares, and things starting to happen again. But it's a little bit horror, it's a little bit mystery, it's a little bit drama, it's a little bit superhero. It's different. It's definitely different, and it's as best we can founded in reality. We shoot everything. We basically set everything up as a film set. So, you know, we go into the whole pre-production of every book, every chapter. You know, casting, location scouting, writing out the scenes, and we show up. Myself as the artist, I also take on the role of director, directing our cinematographer, who's actually a photographer, using still cameras to sort of shoot these live action scenes. And we play out the scenes, and we shoot everything and capture it, and from there we take those stills and we lay it out in the comic book format.
How do we go about casting? Well, essentially, I mean, as we were talking before, I mean, we like to set this up as a film, and again, we both come from filmmaking backgrounds, so we've had some experience in casting, you know, music videos and short films and such. So we actually did set up auditions for the role, just the same way you would shoot any film, and it was a blessing, you know. On the first casting call, you know, we found our muse. We found Brielle, who's played by Mars Alexander, and she's been fantastic, and it's worked out wonderfully for the book. And the rest of the casting group kind of fell in place the same way. I mean, most of the characters are based exactly whether or not they're friends and family. That sort of we've written characters.
Brielle is definitely a family affair.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of friends and family making cameos in it, but a lot of real professionals, a lot of really great talent showing up. And it's a really cool thing to have this family affair, meeting all these professional actors and stuff, to come up with something totally different. And they're all kind of really blown away by the whole process and to be in something totally different, because who else can say, I star in a comic book?
Right, and it's just a fantastic thing to bring them on, and most of the people that work with us, as you said, when we talk about it really being a family affair, I mean, all of the actors and the crew that we work with is just come on to become part of the family of Loaded Barrel Studios. It's a beautiful thing. It's like you said, to be a comic book hero is one person who managed to quote it, to be immortal. And so that's a beautiful thing that we were able to bring this together.
You can check out more at www.loadedbarrelstudios.com. And you can check out both all the issues of Brielle in the Horror that are out right now, and the new supplement, The Making of Mockumentary, which you can get definitely a better feel of how we do it, kinda, with 1,000 words. And check it out, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you check out a book, come online and tell us what you think.